Hey guys, what's good? This is Strada for Carsworthdriving, and it's a beautiful sunny day in Ghana. And this is the 2020 Hyundai, or some people pronounce it as Hyundai Sonata.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put a car in drive, push a start, ain't no keys. Cause I make them freeze. Definitely a car we're driving like whoa. Whip so low, nitros on go. You ready for the show? Let's go. Put a car in drive, push a start, ain't no keys. Cause girl, I make them freeze. Definitely a car we're driving like whoa. Whip so low, nitros on go. You ready for the show? Let's go.
Okay, so there are a few things I want to highlight about this baby, or this beautiful mid-size sedan that Hyundai has done. Let's talk about the few features on this car that can differentiate the years. So with this 2020 model, we have the headlight, or the LED lights, that's moved from the top to the down. Another feature I'd like to highlight is how the front grille has a light just right on top of it for the 2024. This mid-size sedan sits on an 18-inch rim that is really beautiful. I like the whole alloy rims that Hyundai has done. I like the fact that you can see a little bit of a detail in here, which is really nice. You know, the whole car actually, they are using a form of, like, I don't know what to call the shape, but then it has a feel of diamonds in it. I saw other reviews where they showed like the higher trims of this car, and then some of them with the whole keyless entry, you can actually start and stop the car and even move the car. But with this base model, you can't do any of those things. All you can do is just to press and hold to start the ignition. But when I tried it, it didn't work. So probably maybe a different time. It has an advanced form of the blind spot. You know, the Honda CR-V just does like one side for the blind spot when you turn the traffic indicator. But with this, it has two. So when you turn on either the right or the left, these are the blind spot cameras that activate and then shows it. Man, let's look at how beautiful the sleek designs. I like the way Hyundai has actually made the whole silhouette, and then the lines and then the blades and stuff speak about this color. It has a bit of, and this is actually factory. All right, so now this is the trunk size of the car. I love the whole idea where they've done the tail lights that extends all the way to the side, and it has like the very beautiful emblem in there. But like, let me show you one thing about this car. Now it has the back camera over here, which is very beautiful. Now you get here and you think that, okay, how do I open this trunk? Now there are a few ways to open this trunk. You either open it from this side, you'll be wondering where it is, but I'll show you in a few. Then you can also open it from the inside. Now one thing you can activate in this car is to activate the sensor that when you use the key and you get closer, it waits for like 3 seconds, then the boot opens or the trunk opens. Now another way is this. Now when you look at the logo over here, just right above it is a detached or semi-detached place where when you press it, it just opens. How beautiful is that? Hyundai, I love this. This is 2020 and I love it. It has a really nice trunk space, but one thing you can do is that when you have so much cargo and you want to push things inside, there are two buttons here. Now you can pull this, and then the thing is that you can't really push it. You have to go, it's like a two-way thing. When you pull it from here, you have to push the chairs down. I don't know, it could have been a full-way thing, and that's how you get it. So in the end, you have a lot of space that you can insert anything from here into that side. I love it, but I feel like it can be just a one-step authentication. Okay, so another thing I would have felt in the 2020 model, because I know the Tucson has this, that you can press a button here and then it closes the trunk, but this doesn't. You have to do it yourself. I like the fact that they've put the curtains in here, and it helps with privacy. So you can just pull it down when you don't need it, and then you can hook it when you need it. Very comfortable. It has a regular USB charging port down here. It has air vents down here. The headroom is really beautiful. The leather seats they feel kind of premium. I mean, the stitching too is very detailed. There's nothing I can say wrong about this car, because I mean, for a price point like that and what the car gives you and the stylish look it has, is really beautiful. So now it has a compartment for your cup and whatever you want to keep in here. You have the speakers on this side, and it's nice. But this model doesn't have a sunroof. I know the other ones have a sunroof, and it's really beautiful when it's out. All right, so another thing with the interior that I love is this part, the armrest. So it has 2 cup holders in here. Feels very premium and nice. Feels very firm and steady. Then it has, nope. Can this come out? Nope, actually it can't. I mean, you're giving us space from the inside. I don't know why you can't go through the side. It should. I'm sure maybe in the upscale trims you can have it. Yeah, so another thing I love about it is that it has a compartment or the stretchy part to keep whatever thing you have in here, which is really nice. All right, so now this is my favorite part of the car. Let me see my second favorite, the interior. Very beautiful leather, very beautiful screen. Now I've seen other upscale trims that have better screens, but then this is very basic. And now there's a lot of things that let me just highlight in it. Now memory 1, memory 2 seats settings. We have a really nice steering wheel. I like the fact that Hyundai actually reinvented their steering wheel. This is really nice. It really feels compact, it really feels firm. You can control the standard things that every car can. Now this car doesn't have the paddle shifters, but then now this, shouts to Hyundai for this. They've let the design run through the whole thing. I like the fact that the turn signals and all of these things at the side have the diamond feel to it, or whatever the pattern is called. It has the whole panoramic view that shows you every side of the car, and then it even shows, I like the fact that the directions actually move. You know, there are some cars that the directions don't move, it's just static and you have to do the math yourself. But with this, it moves and it's really nice. It shows you like every single part of it, and it's nice. These details, so you can select just the back, you can select the side and then the back itself, you can select the other side, and you can just show this. This is nice. So now I love the idea that Hyundai actually changed the gauge cluster and then the speedometer and made it very digital. So now there's no analog on it, everything is very digital. And one favorite part I love about it is the fact that the drive mode shift, and then they have like a very nice animated feel. I love the one in the Acura, but then I think to some extent I love it. But then I'll show you something I don't love about this car. Now, you know, as compared to the Acura, the same, now all the cars are having the Honda, then the Acura, and then there's the Hyundai also has this, the button gear shifters. And now what I don't love about it is that you remember the Acura had some of the buttons stepping in, but then this doesn't. And there was a point where I actually pressed some instead of the others, because this is my first time driving it. So I pressed some things that I shouldn't have pressed. And me being on a very good spot, I didn't run into anything because I was about to slam into the accelerator and other things. So now we have the regular park, which is on the side. Then we have the reverse, the neutral, and then the drive. But I feel like some things should have been really either separated or pushed in, like the reverse button. Another thing I love about it is the climate control. Now everything has been shifted into one side. There are some videos that I saw that I realized that they had put the seat cooling and heating system, but I don't think I can find it in this model. I actually realized that this model has a few things less than the ultra trim. Yes, the dashboard is very simple. I love the fact that this feels like a very basic Android system, but then there are some other upscale models that have even a feature called Sounds of Nature. Displays and shows you like a list of sounds that you can hear in nature. So it has different. I wish this model could do it so I could show you. But with this, the infotainment system is very basic. CarPlay. This isn't wireless, but then I'm sure the other ones have it. With the upscale trims, you are entitled to your wireless charging port, and then this has Wi-Fi. There are a few other things that, I mean, it's very basic. There's nothing really extra about this model, but then I love the fact that they kept the gauge cluster digital for this, and then the rest of it also has it. The design in this is very minimal, but it's beautiful. 2 cup holders here. Now we have the drive mode button, or the drive mode bar that is on this side. All right, so in addition to that, let me highlight on the drive mode called the smart. So now this smart mode adapts to your type of driving. So it knows, okay, if probably you prefer faster acceleration, you prefer your steering wheel this and that. It gets to adapt to what you love to do. It gives you a quicker response with the gears and all of these things. So you see, like the way the individual is, this also has custom. A few things I want to touch on the driving experience with sports mode. It gives you, you know, like the new type of cars that are coming for even from 2020, and then even prior, some cars did accelerated to wire and brake to wire, and like, you know, like the things that are not controlled by, they are controlled by wires, you understand? So the thing is, what I'm trying to highlight is this. Now the acceleration takes a while to respond, and I don't expect less of that based on the type of car, because it happens most of the time with these type of things. So now you can hear that there's a bit of sound when it's in sport. Now let's move it to comfort, and you can barely hear anything. But then I love the fact that you can actually display. So now the gauge cluster displays your kilometer range for the rest of the fuel you have in the car, and I love the fact that it's really nice. When you turn it, you can actually see a very nice, and sometimes it shows you a view with the floor. I don't know if you understand, like the camera is literally almost towards the floor, so it shows you, you know, sometimes you might be taking a curve and there would be like a little raise in the road and you might not see. So with this part, it shows you, and even in the evening it has a very nice night mode where you can actually see it. So now I love the speakers in the car. So the Upscale model has Bose speakers in here, but with this is regular. So now the thing is, this car is very basic. It looks like a production car that they just did for a company, so there's not much to say about it. But the Upscale models come with really nice trim. It comes with the sunroof. It comes with additional things like a very smart key that you can push the car either to park, just forward and then reverse. You know, that feature is a really nice thing when you have, like, when you're in a tight corner and you're trying to enter into your car, and then you'd have to move the car back and then move it forward. And it's very smart and nice. I like the fact that with this model, you can really see some really nice cutting edge designs which runs through the whole car, even on the exterior and then the interior. I like the fact that performance is, I mean, this is not a performance car, but it gives you really nice details when it has to do with the gauge cluster. The steering wheel was really nice. I love the fact that it has a bit of plastic, it has a bit of leather. I mean, and the details feel nice. The details feel nice. So this is straight up for Carsworthdriving, and I think this is a car worth driving. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friend to tell another friend that this is Carsworthdriving. Share the link and make someone know about Carsworthdriving today.
Put a car in drive, push the start, ain't no kids. Cause I make them freeze. Definitely a car worth driving, like whoa. Whip so low, nitros on go. You ready for the show? Put a car in drive, push the start, ain't no kids. Cause I make them freeze. Definitely a car worth driving, like whoa. Whip so low, nitros on go. You ready for the show? Let's go. It's not worth driving.